So yesterday was like a really big day in the NBA, and like a lot of stuff happened. So the first thing that happened was David Black got fired, which I'm not really sure how I feel about that because he's the coach, but it's more like the teammate chemistry. Like he's the coach. It's not like college where he's like kind of like supervising them. He's just there to like coach them. So not sure he should be like taking the blame for that. And if you look at his record, like in like the season that he coached, he's been 83-40, which is fourth best in the NBA. So it's not like he's doing a bad job. He's not just like they're just like having them losing with all the players that they have. And obviously he went to the one finals last year in his first season coaching in the NBA. But it like really makes me wonder if they're going to trade Kevin Love, because he hasn't really been much of a factor the 2 seasons he's been there, and they gave up Andrew Wiggins for him. So now I'm starting to think if that maybe was a good trade, because now Wiggins is on the Timberwolves scoring like he's averaging like over 20 at least. He scored like a lot. And now the assistant coach, Tyronn Lue, is going to be the head coach. And he obviously had good chemistry with all the players. So I think that it'll probably be better. And they gave him 3 years for contract. Another thing that happened yesterday was Josh Smith got traded back to the Rockets. And for the Clippers, this is like for both sides, this is a really good trade, because he was averaging like 5 points for them, so he wasn't really making much of a factor. He wasn't having good shot selection. For the Rockets, he was like a big factor in the playoffs for them, so that'll obviously help them since they have like room to catch up in the West right now, because they fell behind early. So the All-Star starters came out, so it was like a couple days ago. So Kobe obviously was like the main focus of this, because it's his last season in the NBA. It was like 19th All-Star selection. Yeah, and so we got Kevin Durant, Curry, Kawhi Leonard, and Westbrook are the starters. So that's good, but like everyone's always talking. They're all talking about Draymond Green, which he could have easily been in there, but it's just Kawhi Leonard's having like a really good year. It's just like everyone's having a really good year. So yeah. So in the East, you got LeBron, Kyle Lowry, Wade, and I really think to me Jimmy Butler got left off that. He's having like his best season so far for the Bulls. I think he should have been a starter in the All-Star game, but that's just my opinion. So 10 years ago, Kobe scored 81. I don't really remember that game because I wasn't really that old. I wasn't really that into basketball back then. But it's obviously the second most points scored in a game all time. And that game just like built his legend. Is one of the reasons why he'll be one of the greatest players of all time, and why he's one of the greatest Lakers of all time. So this week, my player of the week is Kemba Walker. He averaged 38 points per game and shot 50.6%. And the Hornets went 2-1 this week. And he obviously had that 52-point game. So, good job, Kemba Walker. He's turning into a star. Like, soon, like if the Hornets can just get a little bit more talent on the team, they're going to be a big factor in the East, because the East is obviously a really weak conference. So good job